All right, y'all, here we are again. We have another quickie with Dantron. I'm going to go over mapping an N64 controller to your N64 emulator using an adapter I have, but I'm also going to touch on mapping an Xbox 360 controller to this as well. So let's get on it. We're going to have to scroll up to settings. Keep going. Settings wheel. And click in there. System settings. N64 emulator. We're going to click into there. All right, so let me make sure you can see this. Yeah. All right, so we're going to scroll to options. Up here. Options. Configure controller plugin. Then the NRage is going to pop up. I've already mapped controller 1, which is here. I'm going to map controller 2 now, so you can see that. Controller number 2, I'm going to click it. All you want is plugged. You do not want X input. X input will be for when we map the Xbox 360 controllers. So we just have plugged. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click left click on up. I'm going to click on up on the digital pad here. And I'm just going to work my way through left, right, down, start button, A, B, left trigger, right trigger, Z trigger, and we got the C buttons. We got up, click left, click right, down, and then analog stick. Make sure you set your range all the way up to 100%. Otherwise, some of your characters might not run if you're using an actual Xbox or an N64 controller. So, and then we're going to go, this is the control stick. So I'm going to go up, assigned there, left there, right, and down. All right, and now it's time to hit this Xbox controller. So what you're going to want to do again is go into the settings wheel. N64. All right, so I'm going to find my cursor, options, configure controller plugin. This is going to be controller 4. I've already mapped 1, 2. I've mapped my first Xbox controller to controller 3, and now I'm going to set this for controller 4. You can, if you want to make it your primary controller, set this as controller 1. Then you're going to want to keep plugged, clicked. You're going to want to also check X input. So you're going to have both of those, plugged and X input. Even though this is wireless, it needs to be plugged because it has something to do with, I think, the dongle that's plugged into the USB port. And you're going to go into controls. So for this one, the A button, I want it to be the A button for the N64 controller. And then B is going to be the B, which is already set because I already did all of these. The start is set for start. Then I do the left and right bumpers as the left and right N64 controller. So all you're going to do is just click on the drop-down menu where it says N64 and then find the button that you want to map and then press the left mouse button. And you'll map all that. You'll map the left thumbstick. You'll drop down and say analog stick. Then the right thumbstick, I set it as C buttons. And then the D-pad, set it as D-pad. And then you're going to want to go into, for me, I had to go into devices next. And you're going to have to fine tune this. Like if your controller, the thumbsticks have a lot of play in them, then sometimes you're going to need to adjust what's called the dead zone on it. So what I'm going to do for this one, like this controller here, it seems like only a small dead zone, but I had to actually increase it to 25% to get that dead zone draw out of there. So I'm going to increase this one, dead zone, just in case, to like 20%. It's not going to hurt anything, just in case it has a little bit of play in the actual control stick. Then I'm going to go down to save, and we should be good to go. But we'll double check. Actually, let's go back. We're going to double check, configure controller plugin again. We're going to click controller 4 just to make sure everything is still there. Yep, it's all there. It doesn't all say none. If it didn't save, they would all say none. So you can also save in multiple spots. You can save here, and then save here if you'd like. But I just wanted to make sure. So the way that I showed you prior, going in, adjusting the dead zone, and then saving, looks like it's saved properly. But if you have finding it that you're having a problem, then go in and save those other ways. All right, well, that should be it.